welcome back to the Psychology Notebook. Ready to test your knowledge of the human mind? Today we have an interactive psychology quiz with 10 questions based on real AP psychology concepts and everyday scenarios. I'll give you a scenario, ask a question, and you'll have a moment to pause and think before I reveal the answer and a quick explanation. At the end, you can tally up your score and see how you did. Let's see how well you really know your brain. Question 1. The anxious brain. Alex walks into a mandatory work event. Instantly, his heart pounds, his hands get sweaty, and he feels an overwhelming sense of dread, even though he hasn't spoken to anyone yet. Which brain structure activates first during a panic response? A. Hippocampus, B. Amygdala, C. Prefrontal cortex, D. Basal ganglia. Correct answer, B. Amygdala. The amygdala is your brain's internal alarm system. It reacts to potential threats before your conscious mind has time to process them, triggering instant physical fear responses. Question 2. Procrastination and executive function. Frank, our forest monitor, is at his desk, staring at a blank document. He knows the deadline is tonight, but every fiber of his being is telling him to scroll through social media instead. Which part of the brain is in charge of long-term planning and impulse control? A. Cerebellum, B. Prefrontal cortex, C. Medulla, D. Temporal lobe. Correct answer, B. Prefrontal cortex. The prefrontal cortex is the CEO of your brain, handling decision-making, goal-setting, and reining in those impulses. That's why procrastination often takes over when your prefrontal cortex is tired, stressed, or overwhelmed. Question 3. Stress hormones. This one fools a lot of people. You get an unexpected text. We need to talk. Your stomach drops, your breathing gets shallow, and suddenly you can't think straight. Which of these stress hormones can cloud your thinking when you're scared? A. Dopamine, B. Oxytocin, C. Cortisol, D. Serotonin. Correct answer, C. Cortisol. High levels of cortisol can interfere with the prefrontal cortex's function. That's why your mind might go blank in stressful situations. Question 4. Classical conditioning. A student always eats Sour Patch Kids while studying for their psychology class. After a few weeks, they notice that just opening their psychology textbook makes their mouth water. In this scenario, what is the conditioned stimulus? A. The candy, B. The textbook, C. The taste of the candy, D. The student's salivation. Correct answer, B. The textbook. The textbook was initially a neutral object, but after being repeatedly paired with the sour candy, the unconditioned stimulus, it began to elicit salivation on its own, making it the conditioned stimulus. You're doing great! Let's keep going. Question 5. Operant conditioning. A teenager starts doing their chores without being asked after their parents give them $10 each time they complete a task. What type of operant conditioning is this? A. Negative reinforcement, B. Positive reinforcement, C. Punishment, D. Extinction. Correct answer, B. Positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcement involves adding a desirable stimulus, in this case money, to increase the likelihood of a behavior. Classic positive reinforcement in action. Question 6. Cognitive bias. Someone is convinced a coworker dislikes them because the coworker didn't smile at them once in the hallway, despite months of otherwise friendly and neutral interactions. Which cognitive bias is at play here? A. Confirmation bias, B. Fundamental attribution error, C. Halo effect, D. Hindsight bias. Correct answer, A. Confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is the tendency to focus on, interpret, and remember information that confirms your pre-existing beliefs, while ignoring evidence to the contrary. Question 7. Personality traits. A friend loves exploring new ideas, takes creative risks, and enjoys unusual experiences. Which of the big 5 personality traits best describes this person? A. Neuroticism. B. Conscientiousness. C. Agreeableness. D. Openness. Correct answer D. Openness. Openness to experience is characterized by a strong sense of creativity, imagination, and a curiosity for new and unconventional ideas. Question 8. Psychopathology. Someone consistently avoids social situations because they have an intense fear of being embarrassed, blushing, or being judged by others. Which disorder is most likely being described here? A. Panic disorder. B. OCD. C. Social anxiety disorder. D. PTSD. Correct answer C. Social anxiety disorder. Social anxiety disorder is characterized by a significant fear of evaluation or embarrassment in social situations, leading to avoidance. Question 9. Perception. 2 people look at the same ambiguous drawing. One sees a rabbit, while the other sees a duck. What does this difference in interpretation reflect? A. Sensation. B. Perception. C. Absolute threshold. D. Transduction. Correct answer B. Perception. While the sensory input, the drawing, is the same for both people, their perception, the way their brains interpret that input, is different. And now for the final question. Question 10. Brain anatomy. A baseball player gets hit in the back of the head and experiences problems with their coordination and balance. Which part of the brain was most likely affected? A. Occipital lobe. B. Cerebellum. C. Hippocampus. D. Motor cortex. Correct answer B. Cerebellum. The cerebellum is crucial for controlling balance, coordination, and fine motor movements. So, how did you do? Share your score in the comments below. If you enjoyed this quiz and want more interactive psychology lessons, be sure to visit thepsychologynotebook.com. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next lesson on neurons and neurotransmitters. Thanks for watching!